Well, here's another car talk with Tammy. I had to share something wonderful that happened today. I'm always looking for ways that God can speak to me and show me people that I can reach out to. And I just love to look for little miracles and just signs from God that He's there. And today, another amazing thing happened. And I'll tell you while I'm driving, but I have to keep my eyes on the road. I was going to my second storage. I had to rent a second storage because I filled up the first one. And I'm trying to fit, 59 years of my life into 2 storages. And that's kind of hard to do. You try to do that. And as I was going in to put some things in, there was a person in the storage next to mine, which I hadn't seen anyone there before. And they had the door partway open. I could see some furniture and a little cart moved out with some things on it. And a lady popped her head out and she said, "Hi." And I said, "Hi." I said, "You must be in your storage next to mine." So I introduced myself, and then she told me her name, and we got to talking. And I thought, well, this is kind of nice. So I kind of shared with her my story about needing to move out and move in and help take care of Mom, and that my rent had gone up and that things were a little tough now with the economy. And she completely agreed with me because she has the same struggles that I do. So as we were talking more, a second here, I gotta see. I asked her if she was okay. I said, "I'm just really glad I met you." And she said, "Well, I'm going to tell you something." She says, "I actually sleep in my car. I don't have a place to stay." And, the other day I thought I saw a lady who was homeless. It turns out she wasn't. She had just thrown a bunch of things in her storage in a hurry. But this lady actually doesn't have a place to stay, and she's sleeping in her car. And she comes in every day just to grab things out of her storage and get, fresh clothes. And my heart started to break because I started to think and realize the Lord had put her in my path to be a part of my life. And I said, "Listen, I want to be your friend. I want us to exchange numbers." And luckily, she has a cell phone and a car and things. She just can't afford to live anywhere. And I could tell she probably didn't have any food because she's eating on the go. And she mentioned how, eating on the go is a lot of times junky food and fast food. It's not good for us. It makes us full of inflammation and feel sick. And you got to have a lot of money to eat healthy. It's the truth. It's just more expensive. And so I began thinking, I just want to reach out to her. I want to help her. And so we talked for about 45 minutes, and I shared with her a little bit about my faith in God and how I believed that everything was going to work out. She has 2 daughters like I do, and her 2 daughters don't seem to really want to help her or be in her life. She had a bad job situation, just a lot of things that went wrong. And I said, "Hey, I can totally relate to that because I seem to go from one tragic event to another, but it's only made me stronger because I'm not allowing all these tragic things to define me and make me a loser, because we're not losers. We're children of God. And we have a plan and a purpose to be here on this earth." And it's so incredible to me to feel used by God. He set up that divine appointment for me. For me to be at my storage at the same time she was, knowing she needed a friend. She needs someone to reach out to her. We both cried, and I said, "Can I hug you?" And we embraced, and I plan on taking her out to eat and making sure she has food and not making her feel belittled or anything for feeling like she has fallen short somehow, because that's the last thing anyone needs to feel, is that they don't measure up because things aren't going well in their life. I've had people make me feel like that, make me feel like a pauper, patronize me and put me down because, oh, you must have made all these wrong choices in life to end up, constantly in turmoil and going from place to place and job to job. I mean, even with a college degree, that can happen to anybody. It happened to me. And if you are open to it, God will put people in your life that you can minister to and make a difference in their life. I mean, how much more important is that than making an almighty dollar? To me, I'm storing my treasures up in heaven, because my reward is my relationship with God. And when I get to meet my Jesus, my Maker, I want him to say, good job, my faithful servant, my daughter. Because it's really not going to matter how much I did or didn't make on earth, and where I lived or didn't live. But God showed me in that moment that he was speaking to me. And he said that lady in my path to be his hands and feet and voice, to show her love and hope that there will be a better day for her, a better tomorrow. I don't like the thought that tonight she'll be sleeping somewhere in a parking lot, and I really don't have a place to put her yet, but I'm going to work on that. I feel called to help other people who are struggling. It's so valuable to me, and I wanted to share that story with you guys. And I'm not ashamed to cry, and I'm not ashamed to be a Christian, and I can hold my head up high. So I'm not embarrassed about any of that, and I'm not embarrassed about the struggle. The Lord said we would struggle, especially in the end times, which I believe that we're in. I think we all see these things happening around us. But I just wanted to share that. Don't miss the opportunity. If you see somebody around, you may not know that they don't have money for food, or they're sleeping in their car tonight, or they're trying to kick an addiction, or they need any given thing. Let the Lord speak to you and show you what that need is. Because if you're listening, he will put these people in your path. And there have been people that have come along in my life, and they know who they are right now, that have helped me out through this trial I'm going through, moving out of my place and in with my mom. And they knew that I was really struggling, and they were there for me. And I thank them from the bottom of my heart. They know who they are. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that because I really believe that when God does amazing things, big or small, that we should testify and share that with others, to let people know that God is alive and he's working in the spiritual realm. And we're so busy caught up in making money and trying to survive that we miss the beautiful, beautiful things that God has made for us to do while we're here, because we aren't here that long. You guys have a good night. Love you.